Hi everyone, today what I will be showing you is how to make some homemade vegan mashed potatoes. So if you'd like to see how to make them, please keep watching. So the ingredients you'll need are very few and simple. You'll need half a cup of any vegan butter, 1.5 tablespoons of garlic salt or regular salt, and 2 cups of non-dairy milk. So I didn't show this part, but what you want to do first is rinse and scrub your potatoes really well to get all that extra dirt off. And sometimes there are little stems on the potatoes, so you want to get those off as well. So now what I'm doing is cutting them into fourths or in half, depending on the size. If they're small, then you can cut them in half, but if they're a little bigger, you can cut them into fourths. So now I just put them on water to start the boiling process. And I put them in warm water so they could boil quicker. So now what I'm doing is just peeling some basic brown rustic potatoes, and I like to add 2 different types of potatoes because I like to keep the red peel and I like to take the brown peel off because the brown peel is harder, but the brown potatoes are softer. So that's why I like to have a variety of potatoes. So now I'm doing the same as I did with the red potatoes. I'm just cutting them up, but I cut them in half, then cut those halves into fourths since these potatoes are way bigger. So I forgot to mention that I didn't turn on the heat until I added the other potatoes, so that's what I'm doing now. So now that the potatoes are done, what you want to do is just grab a potato masher and mash them up a little, or a fork, just to get them kind of started and softened. And I had them on medium to high heat, kind of in the middle, for about exactly 20 or 25 minutes, I can't remember, but just until they're softened. And you're not adding any of the ingredients right now, you're just mashing them up to get them ready to whip them with the ingredients. Okay, so now what I've done is just transfer them from the pot over to the stand mixer, and we're adding our garlic salt and our butter, then we're going to add milk. And I had some regular salt on the side just in case I needed some more. And now we're adding our almond milk, and yeah, I didn't add it all just because I thought it was too much, but I ended up using it all in the end. Now we want to turn it on to medium speed and just start mixing. And you can do this by hand. By no means you need a stand mixer, but that's just what I had on hand. And it's quicker, that's just why I use it. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell here, but it looks very dry. It looks like how we started. So I ended up adding more milk and butter, and then it needed more salt, so I ended up adding garlic salt because I liked the garlicky flavor. You also want to make sure you scrape down the edges because you don't want salt or butter to just stick to the bottom. So that's what I'm doing here, just scraping down the edges, and I'm going to turn it back on to medium speed and keep stirring. And then at this point I stopped it and ended up adding more milk because I wanted them to be really creamy. So you can just add whatever you like. You don't have to follow the exact measurements because, like I said, I ended up adding more in the end. So just do it how you like. Okay, so now I started adding some extra ingredients. What I have here is just regular black pepper and then some dry parsley. And at this point you can add whatever ingredients you'd like. I just added the parsley and the pepper, but you can also add like a dairy-free cream cheese or dairy-free sour cream. I was going to add that, but I didn't have any because this was kind of last minute, but that would just make them more rich. and creamy. So after this, you're pretty much done. All you have left is to put them in a nice dish like I'm doing here. And that's it. It was really simple. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this really easy, delicious, simple recipe. If you'd like to see more, please like and subscribe.